Hi. Do you think you can make these things at home? Let's say this mermaid, cute little monk, a tea light holder. The answer is yes. And I have started this channel so that I can help people find this hobby as interesting as I find it. Oh, it's a long journey as to how I embarked on this hobby. That said, it is the most satisfying thing I've been doing in recent times. This is the first episode of my channel, Molded Moments. And here I want to teach you how you can get into molding with something as simple as, well, let's keep that for later. So, what do we need to make something as beautiful as this? Or for this, these are among few of my products. As we go along this journey, I will introduce you to more and more products and how these are to be molded, how these are to be painted and finished, of course. To start with, there are a few things which you would need to begin this journey. All right. So as I said, I do this molding with a very common yet unexplored material, that is white cement. So to start, you would need white cement. Okay. Also, you would need a silicone bowl. You could probably get that in baking stores. I bought this one from Ace, and I'll tell you why you would need this. But to start, if you just want to explore the hobby, you can always use a plastic container or a use and throw material. The reason is that once this cement hardens, you will not be able to use the container again unless it is made of silicone like this, and I will show you why later. You need water. You would need a sandpaper to give the smooth finish. The one I am using is P22, if you see. All right. You would need molds, of course. Now, let's start this with the monk. Yeah. So this is the mold I used to make the monk. I got this from an online store. You should be able to get it if you do a little research. So this is the mold, and you need a lot of patience. You would see why I say that. Yeah. So to start off with, and of course, one very important thing, since you are using white cement, it's a very smooth powder, and I don't know if you can see that in the camera, but there's a lot of fine dust which flies off when you're using it. So you would need a mask. I use a N95 mask. You can use the medical mask as well. That said, you will need a special mask in case you want to get into spray painting this product. So I will introduce you to all of those on a later date. So without further delay, let me start the molding process. All right, so here we have a bowl of cement. Now the way you mix the cement is, once you have the white powder, you add water to this. Okay, I don't know, but you can see the fumes rising. So I would emphasize you on using a mask if you're going to do it on a long term or regularly. It would keep you healthy. All right. Let the water soak in a little. And once we have that, we start mixing this white cement in the water. Yeah. Now it's important you use a spoon which is made of silicone or plastic so that you can reuse it. Alright. Now this is how you mix it. Then the consistency of this white cement should be a little more thicker than the pancake batter. This allows you a working time of 20 minutes or so. So you need to complete the molding in that much time. So never mix too much cement at a time. So if you have to mold 2 or 3 small molds, you can take a bowl full of white cement. Because once this hardens, you will not be able to work with it. And it's very important that you have the consistency which helps you. Now if you observe, there are a lot of air bubbles in this. You can see that. Yeah. So try to remove as many air bubbles as possible. Trust me, it's at least in my experience, it's been impossible to remove all of them. But yeah, with a little patience, you should be able to get a very smooth batter-like consistency. Right. So once we have this ready, now this consistency looks perfect. I think it's slightly thicker than the pancake batter. So once we have this consistency, we take the mold. Ensure there are no debris in the mold. It is clean. If there are any, just dust it off. Just make sure there's nothing in the mold, because that will affect the finished product. You know, if there's something in there, there would be some rough edges, for lack of better words, if there's anything in the mold. So once you're sure the mold is clean, start off by filling this, let's say to the half. Fill the mold half. Yeah. Now this is a very important process if you want the finished product to be smooth as this one, you know, where there are no blemishes. It's very smooth and all the expressions of the mold are perfect. So if you need this consistency, you have to make sure that you have to ensure that the molding process has been perfect. Yeah. So once you fill up the white cement towards the half of the mold, you need to start tapping. Now the reason you do this tapping is because there's a lot of air bubbles inside. Yeah, the YouTubers say please subscribe and follow my channel. You can also follow my channel on Instagram. It's the same name, Molded Moments. I'll leave the link below. Yeah, coming back to the molding, so we tap and we tap from all the angles, and since it's a silicone mold, you can pinch it, you know, just tap it enough so that all the air which is trapped inside the mold comes to the surface and does not affect the face or other important aspects of this figurine. So there we go. So there we go. I have filled up the whole mold, you know, but it's very important you fill it up till the brim. There should not be any gap, anything excess. You can just remove it and put it back in the bowl, but you have to fill it up until the brim, because a lot of molds, every crevice in the mold has some function. So if you don't fill this up till the brim, for example, you will miss out on few of these finer details on the mold. Yeah, so this is actually inverted. Now this is how the mold is. If you see this, this is the lower end of the mold. So when you're molding, the face is at the end and you're basically molding it this way. Yeah. So there we go. Now you have to leave this to dry for the next 24 hours. Now if you think this is something you would like to do, come back to my channel. I'm thinking of having 2 to 3 videos in a week. Let me work out a schedule. Honestly, I haven't thought about it as yet, but follow me so that you can see when the next video is coming up. It will come up pretty soon. So there it is. Let's start the journey and see how far this goes, and I will see you tomorrow when I have to unmold this, so that you see how the final product has been. Thank you for your time and hope to see you tomorrow.